I've had a very hard time lately. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blame you.
Okay. Yeah, that's yeah.
That seems like the appropriate.
Seems like the go-to.
Yeah, exactly. You get it. Oh my God. It doesn't help that I'm slightly, I spent today reenacting Shawshank Redemption. Oh, Andy.
It was a long time before she was up on the roof.
Seriously, my poor roof, it only had me to help it, and it's not good. And I am so red flushed and covered in, I don't even know what roof stuff, that we're not doing visuals. Sorry. So welcome aboard the Funny Boat Podcast. Guess what? Guess who's back?
Who's that?
I am your host, Captain Boomies, and with me again after his long absence,
Yeah.
the fuzzy-faced, the well-traveled,
Oh.
the broker with the beard. How you doing, Cap?
I am doing fantastic, and now back on land. Yeah.
So you flew to New Zealand.
Flew to New Zealand.
You got on a boat.
I did. But first got on the boat on the hard.
Oh.
We had to finish up some projects.
Okay.
And then splash, and then what did we do? They splashed us.
They splashed you.
And then off we went. We did like a 2-hour motor down to more of near the outlet of the river where we were at, down in Whangarei.
Ooh, that sounds
Marsden Cove.
difficult to pronounce.
It is
I'm into
especially
that.
because it doesn't look like it's spelled at all.
Perfect.
I do a better job with Whangarei than I initially did with Papeete, Tahiti, which is not Papit.
What if I want it to be Papit?
Well, I wanted it to, and I was told, oh, no, it's Papeete. I was like, okay, that works.
Are they very judgy of your
I
pronunciations?
don't think so. No, it was, maybe. I don't care. I once read that you should never make fun of somebody that mispronounces a word, because if they do, they probably learned it from reading it and not hearing it.
I'm still going to make fun of people.
Yeah, I figured you would.
That's good.
Yeah.
Just so we're on the same page.
But yeah, so we got down to Whangarei, and I say hung out. We had a lot of things to do. It likes to rain a lot in New Zealand.
Like, is it like Florida where you can just count on every day at 3:00 you're going to get a thunderstorm rolling through? Or is it like, here's a solid
It's kind of like a
wall?
cross between Florida and Hawaii, where you're getting, for us, it seemed to be short because it was the beginning of their winter. So there's like short little squally things would
Okay.
come through. Usually not a lot of wind, but occasionally you would get a lot of wind. And a lot of our projects were outside, weather dependent.
projects?
Yeah.
So this boat was not 100%
Well,
ready to go.
So I...
Sorry. So, okay.
Yeah, let's back up a little.
We
right?
got to back up. So
Yeah.
Ed flies to New Zealand to get on a boat to do a transit to Fiji. You are crew number...
I was the first mate on this one.
Oh, aren't you special? How many
But
crew did you have?
It was 5 of us total.
And what kind of boat was it?
It was a Fountain Peugeot 44. I think it's a Helio or Helios
Okay.
is what that model is.
Okay.
And it was for the YouTube channel We Sail, Warren and Erica.
Nice
We
name
Sail.
drop. Nice name drop.
And I I sailed. I met them in Greece on the Odyssey Sailing Festival last summer, and we hit it off really well. And then I sailed with them again together this spring in the BVI out of Tortola, and then sailed an extra couple days with Erica on the Chasing Bubbles thing.
Oh.
And then she injured herself. Warren went to New Zealand to start boat projects or finish up boat projects, and she was out dancing with some friends and ruptured or tore her Achilles tendon. So the doctor's like, you're not going anywhere anytime soon, and you're definitely not getting on and off a boat. So
Wow. That bad.
yeah, So I mean, it was like I think it was a full on.
But they're liveaboards. Like,
Yeah, that's their
you
home.
can't go home. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're both of their families are from the Colorado area, so she was planning to stay there anyway for like a month, a couple weeks anyway. So that's been extended. So Warren gave me a call. They both, as soon as Erica told me what happened, I said, if you need a hand with anything, let me know. So they reached out and said, this is a big ask because we can't tell you how long it's going to take or, when you get back. I was like, perfect.
That is how big deliveries
That's
go.
how you want a delivery to go.
That
You
is
don't
how
want
big
them to say,
deliveries
we're
go.
leaving this date, we're coming back this date. Because weather, despite our best efforts, still got us.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're helping out celebrities
Yeah.
to get their boat from A to B.
A to B. And bucket list trip for me, I've always wanted to sail into the islands like that.
How? Okay, that's very. Oh,
Yeah.
right, the French
And
Polynesian
I had
islands.
never sailed, I had never been, period, south of the equator.
Ah!
In all of my travels, never. And I've been everywhere, never south of the equator. The closest I ever got was Singapore.
Wow. No, I've never been south of the equator either.
And the water does flush the other way.
What? You
Yeah,
checked?
did it. I couldn't wait. I mean, yeah,
Well,
it's interesting.
That's rad. Cheers to
Yeah,
that.
cheers to that. Yay, flush. Yay, Coriolis.
Amazing. Okay, that's very cool. So now you've flown for hours and hours and hours.
Oh, yeah.
You've lost a couple of days to that.
Mm-hmm.
You get to a boat. Was it the boat you were expecting? I assume
Yeah.
so
Oh,
because
yeah,
you watched their channel,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and he was actually, when you look at the amount of projects he had completed before we got there, pretty stinking amazing for one person. Like
Wow.
he did some custom boxes on the stern. One was like a grilling box and then that held his grill. One was like going to be like a cooler type thing, catch-all that flipped over to a fillet table. He did a fantastic job, but there was just some things were two-person jobs. He had some other Patreons come in, and they did a lot of like all the engine stuff, which was great because that was going to probably be an extra day or two before we could have left.
Wow.
He had to replace all the seals and that sort of thing, and
Well,
on the drive shafts.
Did you help with any of that?
No, I didn't. Luckily that was all done. But he had a beautiful, so pretty. He had a beautiful brand new Maxwell windlass.
Ooh.
And he was like, yeah, we got to take the old one out, put this one in, cut some holes, do that. I was like, got it. So I had a blast with that. Jeff was one of our crew members. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I can hold stuff. I was like, perfect.
Perfect.
And because I crawled down into like the little anchor area, and
It's not a big anchor area. I know those boats.
Yeah, it was kind of.
You
yeah.
failed?
And then we put new chain on and marked it and did all that. We got a code 0 rigged up and put that up. That was nice.
Is this one of those like they got it sponsored, so it's
Yeah,
extra
Precision
special?
Sales.
Wow.
They got a new main, so I ended up putting a new main on for them.
Are you going to be in an episode?
I better be.
Well, did they turn the camera on you? At
Oh
any
yeah.
point?
Oh, we did all sorts of fun stuff. Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, we kept, when it was bad, I kept saying this was not on the brochure, but when it was good, I'd said, hey, I got another box off the bingo card.
Okay, that's pretty sweet. So how long of a passage was it supposed to be?
That's a good question. If we had gone straight, I think it probably would have been like 7 or 8 days, maybe.
That would be my guess based
Yeah,
on.
it was like, if we had gone straight, it would have been less. It would have been probably like 1,200 miles, maybe 1,400 miles.
Okay.
But we ended up not doing that.
Ah.
We, for multiple reasons, mainly to avoid some weather, we went to Minerva's Reef,
Okay.
which I had never heard of before.
I have heard of Minerva's Reef. Because it is one of those freaky things in the world that you can only get to by boat.
Yeah.
And there's so many of those that I really enjoy. In particular, the Star Spangled Buoy out here in Baltimore Harbor makes me very happy, because you can only get to it by boat, and then
Yeah.
you can sit there and go like, "Oh my God, our flag is still there!" Like, happy Independence Day.
Oh, look at the ramparts.
So, but Minerva's Reef is I guess it's the top of a.
Yeah, it's like the top rim of a volcano that is, at low tide, it might be an inch or two exposed. There's like, it's not like a atoll. It's just a 2.1 mile crater that you can anchor in, which is weird because you're anchored. And there was like 6 or 7 boats. There were some fishing boats that were there,
Sweet.
like charter fishing boats.
Were there a lot of fish there?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So one of the bingo cards I checked was I joke I survived a shark attack.
Okay.
The shark did not attack me.
I know you're going to tell me a story that's basically going to go something along the lines of there was like a shark puppet, or
No, I wish.
somebody with a tattoo of a shark fell and like their chin hit you,
No.
or like what other dumb thing
Yeah.
could I come up with right now?
No,
But,
no.
okay, so
Baby
you-
shark was on the radio.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
No. No,
So you survived a shark attack. What exactly
well,
happened?
So by shark attack, I mean I was in the ocean at the same time a shark was that was visible to me, and I watch a lot of Shark Week, which is the worst thing you could do, I think. You know, when you start thinking about I'm going to go swimming on a reef. So we were on the outside of the reef, so
Oh.
it drops off really, really
Yeah.
rapidly, and that's where the sharks like to
Why
hang
were you
out.
on the outside?
Oh, because there was some great snorkeling and
Okay.
diving and stuff.
Oh, because inside the reef is
Inside,
like,
yeah, we
it's
anchored
like
inside
beautiful
the reef.
anchorage,
Yep. Oh,
and
look
you
at
drop
this.
your anchor, and then you've got this ring of reef around you. So
Yeah.
the ring of reef makes sense that it would be teeming with fish and
Yeah.
exciting stuff, and that sharks would
And surf.
prefer
Yeah.
to
Yes.
be where there's food.
So I stayed with the dinghy. I'm running the dinghy around the surf while everybody's snorkeling around and doing that sort of thing.
You got left out?
No, somebody had to be.
You
the surf was-
volunteered. You
Yeah, the surf was weird, and I was like, I really don't want to lose the dinghy, and I really don't want to jump in with sharks.
Yeah.
So they were like, "Oh, we got it," and there were some black tip sharks, which
Ooh.
they said were docile. You know, oh, yeah, it's okay. They're no big deal.
I don't watch Shark Week. I don't know.
And I was like, all right, cool. And he said, they're kind of small and whatever there. Well, no big deal.
Okay.
So then they were like, hey, you should go in and there's a new spot. So they found some other some better spots. So they like go over here, jump in, go take a look. I was like, all right. So I did. I didn't see any black tips. I saw white tips, which are not as docile. He looked at me kind of funny,
Okay.
but it was a good probably 30 yards away.
Looked at you like I look at you at boat shows?
Yeah,
or-
exactly
okay.
like that. Like, what in the hell?
What are you doing? Why are you here?
What are you really
You're
here?
screwing this up.
Are you here for real? For real, for
Perfect.
real? So, yeah, so that was, I was not as worried about it as I thought I would. I mean, initially you kind of like, oh, that's a shark. And then it's like, oh, cool, he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing, and awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that was the shark attack.
That's pretty rad. So you're on Minerva's Reef,
Yeah.
which is in the middle of
Nowhere.
frickin' nowhere.
Nowhere.
You can't see anything else other than if you were to look at it from the dinghy, you would just see a bunch of other boats anchored in what looks like the ocean.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Which is why it's such a gnarly spot, and why if I had a YouTube channel, I would demand that we stopped there, because it is going to be the funkiest drone shot you could imagine.
Oh, yeah, we definitely got
I was
something
going to say,
like that, yeah.
if you told me that the drone didn't work or something like that, I would flip my shit
Warren's
right now.
amazing drone operator.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very cool.
Yeah.
There's still a long way to go from Minerva's Reef, though.
Yeah, we had another probably 3.5 days of sailing from Minerva's Reef to Fiji. We were waiting out some weather, so we wanted to get there for a reason, and we got...
Is Minerva's Reef even... So it's not protected?
It's not...
Other than the fact that you've got an anchorage.
Yeah, you get waves, but not swell.
Okay.
And depending where you're at is better, or, you know...
Interesting.
Obviously where your wind's coming from and all. But we had some pretty good wind the night of departure. We left there and we had like 25 or 26 knots of wind leaving.
Boom.
Which was not the most wind we saw. So we were about 10 hours into our trip, and we knew it was going to get a little snotty leaving New Zealand. Mm-hmm. But it was kind of like, well, if we wait, then we're going to be here another week. We need to get going, and we don't know, how long
reef,
that's going to be.
and then
so we looked and
don't get to play with the code zero.
Yeah, and we're like, all right, well, so we knew it was going to be a little uncomfortable. No big deal. Only for about 18 hours.
How uncomfortable was it?
Well, the predictions were a bit off.
Okay. Okay. Maybe we need to save this for the after.
Well, we sailed in about a 36-hour gale, a full gale.
Wow.
Which is 34 knots. We had some peak gusts of 50, 40...
In a Helios.
2 and 46. But the kicker was the seas really built up coming off the Tasman. So once we got north enough, we
got no protection from that.
We were in probably on average like 11 to 12 meter seas.
And you're saying meters now because you spent too much time with... Yeah.
But we had a couple of them that we easily saw 40-foot walls of water. Yeah.
And it's like a 40-foot boat. That's absurd.
So we were... Luckily, it was on the port quarter, so we just adjusted our course a little bit, made it a little as comfortable as we could, and went with it.
Well, you did have internet access though the whole time. So, like, what? At any point, did you want to pull a ripcord and get the heck out of there? Or?
I did not. I was fine with it. Not the worst stuff I've been in, but it's the worst stuff in that small of a boat I've been in. It's a big difference, a 44-foot catamaran and a 1,000-foot tanker.
Yeah.
But no, it was. I mean, you're out there. What are you going to do? Go against it to get back? The closest, it's like we'll just adjust course. The boats want to float.
That's well said, actually.
Yeah. So how many times we abandoned the ship, and they find it 3 months later,
drifting
around, doing well. We just kept on keeping on, and then like right after that storm was done, we were completely becalmed, and we stopped. And we were motoring for a little bit, and then we just stopped and swam in the middle of 2-mile deep ocean, dropped some coins and watched them just trickle down.
Creepy.
The blue water was the neatest color blue. I know. And this is on the video that he took. He's like, come on, Ed, hop in. I'm like, this goes against all of my training. Perfectly good boat.
I'm going to stay with the fiberglass.
Rule number 1, stay on the boat.
It's so funny. I have a similar reaction to people jumping off of boats in the middle of the ocean. I do not like it. It stresses me out. I hate looking at underwater footage. It's just like, why aren't you on the boat? Like, what are you doing here?
I got extra bonus because the emergency hatch. So catamarans have emergency hatches on them. That was in my room. And of course, it was condensating, so it had the appearance that it was leaking, but it wasn't. It was just
okay.
Yeah,
I'm realizing right now we do have some power boaters out there, and I want to talk to you about catamarans in general. So a catamaran is 2 pontoons attached by a living room, essentially.
Well, yeah.
And lately, there have been more than a few catamarans who have had trouble with their emergency hatch. The idea being that if you flip over, you're in one of those pontoons, you want to be able to get out, not directly into the water, but towards sky.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you want to go up.
I think I'm making sense right now. So you want to go up, but that means that you have to make an intentional hole in your boat for the unlikely event that you end up upside down. However, now that I'm thinking about 40-foot swells, like, maybe you do want a way out. I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm having a really hard time with it. However, there have been so many reports lately of those hatches failing.
Yeah, and there was a design flaw found, and this was coming not from Fountain Peugeot, but apparently they had a repair that you could do, and then they did like a second upgrade to, like, they were really looking into it, and they made it better and better. So I think Warren had like the third revision was his hatch repair, and I'm not sure I think he did one, but the previous owners, like Fountain Peugeot, sent them out to their owners. Like, It was like, hey, this is a problem. We screwed up. Here you go. Here's the fix. Put it in. Let us know. You can do it yourself. Have a crew do it. Whatever. So they took care of the issue. So I wasn't worried about that. But still, when you look and you see the water going by, and
yeah, I'm uncomfortable. Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like holes in my boat.
No.
It just seems like, well, it almost seems like you're asking for the boat to get flipped over. I don't know.
Yeah, we were not asking for that. We were doing the complete opposite. Yeah, so we had some really interesting.
What did you break?
Weather.
Because it's a delivery, you're gonna break something.
Yeah.
You broke shit.
Yeah, we forestay.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Did you break anybody's heart?
No. No. It broke my heart getting off the boat. I really like being on it. It was a great time.
Okay, so wait. I'm sorry. I had delayed hearing. You broke the forestay?
Yeah. So.
I'm sorry. I need a minute. No, this is okay.
Yeah. So.
Hold on. We got to talk about what a forestay is, because there's people that are not going to understand why I'm having a goddamn meltdown about it.
So a sailboat has a mast, and it's held up with cable, and they're called stays if they're fore and aft, and shrouds if they're to the side of the boat. A catamaran has less than your average sailboat. So most catamarans have two very large shrouds on the sides, and then just a forestay. And the mast is what they call deck stepped, so it doesn't go through the boat, it sits on top of the boat. So those three cables are tensioned in a way that keeps the mast on there, which holds your sails and all your other good stuff. So we had riggers, professional riggers, on the boat prior to leaving. They were installing the Code Zero. Warren had them check the rig, everything was good. We really got beat up, obviously.
36 hours of gale.
And then we had another 12 hours of gale going into the, or near gale, not quite gale, but near gale, going into the reef. So, we had some heavy weather. So he was up taking care of some chafing that was going on because of all that heavy weather. And I said, let's check the forestay. So this is memory. I think a forestay usually has 19 cable, like the wire has 19 cables.
Yeah,
19 wires to form a cable. However many there was.
It is a weirr number.
Yeah, however many there was 4 of them that were no longer doing their job. So that gave us an extra day in Minerva's Reef to kind of come up with some solutions. Again, we just put on a Code Zero, so we took the Code Zero off. We used that halyard and put a soft shackle and to the beam that goes across the front of the catamaran.
Let me translate some more things. A Code Zero is a very lightweight sail that goes in the front of the boat. It is not quite a spinnaker, but it is designed so that it maximizes a lighter sail, and it feels really good because you sail way faster than you think you should. But it attaches at the top of the mast of the sailboat with a halyard. Let's get real nautical, and I'll tell you that the whole concept is from when pirate ships had square sails, and there's a spar on the top and a spar on the bottom of the sail, and you would call those yards or yard arms. And if you haul up the yard, it's a haul yard. Okay, that's enough education. Let's talk shit.
Yeah. So we took that one. We knew where the wind was going to be for most of the trip, like half of the trip to Fiji. So we put that halyard on the windward side, so it would be holding the most strain.
Oh my God.
And then we had one other spare halyard, and we put that on the other side. So basically, we ended up making a like a triadic or a 2-point. Instead of just having one forestay, we had 2 forestays that came down.
You didn't like lose
forward.
the sprit for the anchor or anything, did you?
No,
okay.
that was all good. We just attached it to the beam with these. He had lots of soft shackles. We had good points of attachment, strong points of attachment, and cranked those dudes down on the electric winch as tight as we could get them, and we just sailed. We only used a head sail from Minerva's Reef to Fiji. We sailed it gingerly because we were also having a lot of, not issues, but the main had taken a beating. The new main.
No.
The main sail itself was fine, but the car attachment system, which is what holds the sail to the mast and it allows it to slide up and down. Some of that was getting a bit of abuse and was in need of replacement, and we didn't have those replacements. So we wanted to be gingerly keep the forces fairly low on the mast anyway because of the forestay. So we just used a head sail, and we made great time. We still averaged, I think, 5.5 knots.
Nice.
Yeah, but we just decided we would reef early and not stress it, and we adjusted our course. And then when we got to the point where the wind kind of came around and switched to the other direction, we just stopped, switched the 2 halyards again, and cranked them down and tied them off. And we wanted the one halyard, which was a much stronger halyard, so we wanted that on the windward side to help really
Take the pressure.
Take the pressure off. But yeah, it was a lovely sail. We made the perfect time. We got into Fiji in the morning, almost like when we wanted to be there.
Almost.
Yeah, I mean we were off by I think 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
That's pretty sweet.
But it's really cool. Well, the islands are very as you're sailing into an island or motoring to an island. As soon as you see land, you're like, oh my gosh, we're there, and then 6 hours later,
you're
still heading towards the island.
There.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it was good. It was different because we didn't see a soul out there between New Zealand and Fiji until the last day. Besides the boats anchored at Minerva's Reef.
Wow.
Transiting, we didn't see anybody. So it was a really. We were out in the middle of nowhere.
What kind of watch schedule did you have?
Oh, that was really nice. That was one of the nicest watch schedules I've ever done. So during the day, everybody's on watch.
Okay.
So we don't have one particular watch standard.
Nice.
Weird. Just the way the boat was set up, and we were hanging out together as a group anyway.
Yeah.
And then at night, we just did 2-hour watches. So
that's it.
Yeah, so
perfect.
We would start at I think 7 at night. So every 2 hours somebody would switch, and then you just roll it over. And so mine was I think mine was 1 to 3, which I prefer. I like the middle of the night watch.
Okay. I don't, but
I felt like I could get a good amount of sleep before watch, and I got plenty of sleep after watch. It was a good spot for me. But yeah, so that was really nice. So we had there was a married couple. They were on, so they took the beginning watches back to back, and they would often stand watch together.
Okay. So they would do a 4-hour watch.
Yeah, so they would basically do a 4-hour watch together, and kind of go in and out however they wanted to. But then they would also pick that back up for the sunrise watch.
Oh, that's
which
nice.
They liked as well.
Nice. I always.
So they really
sunrise
enjoyed it, and they were great photographers. So they were taking a lot of sunrise pictures. I'm a sunset guy. I like the sunset. So, Yeah, but I got to sail for first time under the Southern Cross constellation.
Oh,
so
isn't
that
nice?
song was in my head every night I saw it, you know. Crosby, Stills and Nash, thank you so much. And the Jimmy Buffett version.
That's fabulous. This is like genuinely a fabulous adventure. I gotta say,
it was a great adventure.
Okay, so all start to finish, how long were you gone?
I was gone a whole month.
Wow.
Yeah, I left like May 25th and got back June 26th.
And these other people who came with you, did they also just have the ability to take that much time off? Or?
They were fortunate enough to be able to do that. Yes, one was a flight attendant, so she could make her own schedule. The other one is close to retiring from the police force as a detective, so he had a ton of time built up.
Sweet.
And he's like, we're doing it. And then we had another guy. He joined us. He had done a lot of sailing with Colin on Parlay Revival.
Oh, cool.
They actually didn't know each other as kids, but grew up like in the same town or whatever. And Joel, he's an IT guy, so he just needed the signal, and he was good to go. And he was great. But he got on board literally like the night before we left New Zealand. So we had almost like a week and a half with the other two.
With the rest of the crew.
With the rest of the crew
and then
first, and then he popped in.
You
and
had
then
some
we
other
left.
rando in, and then go to sea.
And then he meshed right in perfectly right off the bat. It was a fantastic crew.
All right, who got seasick?
I don't know that anybody got seasick. So
How is that possible?
Lauren and I did not do the patch or any like the medication. I don't like the patch. It makes me too foggy. Like when I wake up, it takes me too long to kind of figure out what's going on. But the other three did. So most passages, everybody's kind of sleepy anyway when you first start.
Okay.
Has been my experience. So I probably slept a little bit more than I normally would have the first day and a half. But other than that, nobody was sick that I know of.
Well,
one of them was reading down below in some rough weather, so he never got sick, but he got a little. I don't know. Maybe this wasn't a great idea. But
man,
I'm not one of those that have never gotten seasick, but usually I get seasick when it's like, why the heck am I getting seasick? Like, this is not rough at all.
Yawing will do it to me every time. Yawing being when the back of the boat is sloshing back and forth, and it's usually because there's a bad helmsman when that happens.
Yeah.
And that makes me sick, which might not be seasickness. It might just be irritation of some other kind, but I don't know.
Yeah. But no, we did good. It was a great trip. Checked lots of boxes. Good, proper South Pacific passage.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Now we have to do voicemails.
Oh, yeah. I've been waiting.
I'm going to ask you some more questions after the fact, but right now it would be totally wrong of me to not go after these voicemails because they've stacked up on us since you've been
somebody
away.
went away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez.
Well, I got another one lined up. So.
The voicemails.
Oh.
I'm going to warn you right now. I haven't listened to any of these, but I have a feeling that they're going to be a bit on the strange side. So I hope you're prepared.
Delivery boat captain.
Oh.
Capitano di Consegna della Barca.
Okay.
Kapitan der Bootslieferung.
Wow.
He's out.
That was wonderfully strange.
Was that in English?
No,
okay,
not all
good.
of it.
I was gonna
Definitely not all of it.
Oh.
And like I said, I knew this was going to be a bit on the odd side. Here's the next one.
The broker with the beard.
That's you.
Il mediatore con la barba.
No.
Der Makler mit dem Bart.
That is more than one language. That's like at least three.
Well, thank you, sir. I also think my beard is phenomenal. It's very nice of you to say in any language.
That's what he said. Okay. This is from a different phone number, so hopefully it's not also in another language. But we're gonna find out.
Hi, my name is Paula. I am a female boater as well.
Oh.
Empty nester. I actually just caught all these videos. I love your work. I would be interested if you ever needed a mate to learn next to you, alongside of you, soak up everything, have plenty of time
think
on
you're
my
just
hands
talking to
these
me.
days with the kids.
Yeah.
Started a small flower business, which is not doing well. So I'm a hard worker, born outside, raised sailing, love the powerboat, have been in boat restoration and repair.
Oh,
I'm gonna pause it right there. Paula, you sound amazing.
You're
and
hired.
You're hired, honestly. I get so excited when people tell me that they've had real jobs and then they want to go get into boating. If you've been in IT for years and you want to go boating, I get a little stressed out about it. I think you're smart enough. I think you're totally capable enough, but I'm not sure you understand how much scraping and sanding and horrors are involved. But Paula, it sounds like you've already got the makings of a pretty awesome sailor, and you've got fabulous taste in mentors. So I just wanted, I can see that
I got most of that out of the voicemail.
But I gotta say that don't leave your phone number though, because I can tell that you're about to give your phone number. Don't give that to us. That's terrible, because we will play it, and then I have to go in and bleep it out.
We could put it on our decals and then stick them at random places.
That'd be perfect. All right, I'm gonna do two more. Let's knock these out. What have we got?
Hey, did y'all hear why the walrus went to the Tupperware sex party?
Oh,
Wait. Okay, why did the walrus go to the Tupperware sex party? What have you got?
Nope.
This seems like it's dangerous. All right, I'm gonna hit play again.
To find a tight seal.
Ah!
Yeah, I think this week is going to be joke week.
It's
joke week.
Is it like Shark Week, but with jokes? Nice.
I absolutely love getting voicemails from these lunatics. It's really fun, actually. Wait, does that mean I get another joke? Oh, is there another one? Yeah.
Did you announce Joke Weekers?
No, I didn't announce
okay.
Joke Week. We just have some interesting characters who listen to the show, and
surprisingly,
were paying attention when I said, "Hey, give us a call."
Give us a call. They were probably having as many drinks as we were, and they said that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. Please have a few and give us a call. I'd say the phone number right now, but I still haven't memorized it, and it would require a lot of effort for me to figure out what it is. So go to funnyboatpodcast.com or check the show notes on this one. I promise you there will be a phone number in there. Yeah. And if you call it, we will play your stuff.
We will listen.
I'm genuinely surprised none of these are plugs. Like there's no advertisers going like, oh, here's a free plug for me. Let me get on that.
Well, and you just may have opened up Pandora's box on that one.
Yeah. Look, as long as you're comfortable with me having honest opinions about your plug, the secret is make it funny, and I will love it whether or not I've blown up your boats before. That's the secret, by the way. Okay, here, last one.
Okay. So, on my way to the office today, I saw these two rabbits on the side of the road jumping up and attacking each other. It was like every bunny was kung fu fighting.
Flawless delivery.
Nice.
I respect the heck out of it. Thank you so much for your voicemails. You absolutely know. There is like one, maybe two more.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Let's do them.
All righty. You're a nut. Oh, wait. Hold on. This is our super fan.
I did not call in yesterday.
Oh.
My apologies.
Yeah, you should feel bad about that.
And I shall do better. Today you get two.
Ooh.
Oh.
Or more.
Ooh.
Here you go. Is butt cheeks one word, or should I spread them apart?
flawless.
I am so glad we went with extra.
Oh, voicemails. These are my, okay, this is all I want to do forever now. The voicemails are so good. Again, if you want to call in, go check the show notes or
Have your AI assistant call us.
Honestly, just Google what is the Funny Boat podcast phone number.
It's not 1-800-FUNNY-BOAT?
It's not. I tried, actually, which makes me really sad.
Yeah.
So instead I went with like a Destin, Florida number. No, I went with somewhere in like the Carolinas as our phone number. 'Em. It's real messed up, but that's okay. I also have to tell you, we have a Patreon now.
No way.
And not only do we have a Patreon, we even have a patron. Like, are you shocked? What? Me too. It's because I've started doing these extended episodes where I really get to talk about whatever the heck I want, in the hopes that, you know, one day maybe we'll have advertisers that don't want to hear me talk about some of the things that we talk about. So at this point, I'm going to tell you, I love you. Please leave more voicemails.
Yes.
Ed. That was quite an adventure, but I'm going to ask you a million things that I feel like are going to be slightly indelicate. So unless you're paying our whole $3 for the Patreon, you're not going to get to hear it. I know. So with that in mind, bon voyage, you goober. And if you really want to hear the rest of this conversation, go pay me $3.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.